Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I know I've been gone a while, but I've been really busy with working on this engine and trying to get the car back on the road. So in this video you're going to see me putting this thing back together. So real quick, I had the cylinders honed and they've come up really nice. The scoring wasn't as bad as I thought it was, thank goodness, which leaves two main things left. So I need to get all the contaminated oil out of the oil galleries, all the swarf and this and the rest out of the block. And also I must replace these cam bearings, which as you can see are super chewed up from being obviously ran dry. So let's knock this out and get the new ones in. Alright, so that was a little easier than I thought. You guys can see that. Yeah, it's chewed up. Alright, well I can still see deposits of crap inside the engine. See that? That's from inside the valley. So a little bit more clean is needed. I think I'm going to have to hit it with a brush or something to get this crap off. Okay, so I'm going to give it a second coating of TFR, and also I've got myself a nice little Brillo pad here. I'm just going to agitate the grim bits, and hopefully we can get a nice clean block. Alright, let's pop these bearings out. Not sure why I left these in. Probably just laziness on my part. There's a little channel you can just pop a screwdriver in and wiggle them out. Saves you cutting yourself too bad. Let's see how bad these are. Real bad. The crank's even worse. So yeah, seems a little bit of oil there, and nice and smooth though. The block seems okay. Very sharp, super sharp. Can't let me time to cut myself on these damn blocks. Alright, my neighbour's very kindly let me borrow his airline. So I'm just gonna basically blast through all the oil gallery holes and things. Right, well, it's looking quite a lot cleaner. So, time to stick some engine oil on these cylinder walls, stop the flash rust, which will happen pretty much straight away. Okay, so it's much later in the day. You can see I've got all the oil in each of the cylinders now, and also some oil in each of the lifter housings or whatever they are, lifter holes, and also across where the bearings were. So need to order myself some new bearings, pop all those in. I'll show you the installation of the new bearings, how I'm going to do it. I've also, you can see, cleaned up the heads. They're looking much nicer now, so they can go back on the car as well. Well, back on the engine when it's done. I need to clean up the crank out of the donor engine, fit that, re-clean all my pistons again to get all the oil off those, and then clean and attach the new timing cover, and we should be golden. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to cover this engine so no crap gets on it. I'm actually going to wrap it in just some cling film actually, or some packing wrap, just to keep the air from getting there, and of course any stuff getting into the engine. Okay, so now comes the fun task of installing the new cam bearing. These are from a company called Durabond, US company. That is the product code if you need to find them, and they come pre-line board, ready to install. So you don't need, they're pre-finished basically. And you can see here that they come with the ordering as well. Position 1, we're replacing the number 1 bearing. You can see here that I've made a note. Now the line there is where the oil feed is. You can see that here. So I've marked the beginning, the ends of where it's supposed to be, and then of course the corresponding point on here. So if I get this all lined up like this, and then pray to the car gods that I knock it in straight and true. Okay. There we have one installed bearing. Now it does look like I made a mark here, but I really can't feel it. Maybe it's just a discoloration. This seemed to help a little bit. So now I'm just going to put the cam in. Trying my best not to mark the bearings as I go in, but I always tend to. So far, so good. Okay, well, I've just popped a little bolt on there to give me a bit more purchase and see how tight this is. It turns really easy. I can't turn it by hand, but I can quite easily turn it like this with just sort of, you know, a little bit of persuasion. So I assume that's okay. I hope. Only one way to find out. Okay, so the cam bearings are in the block now, along with the camshaft, and that thing turns around okay, which is, I'm happy with that, because I was worried that had any of the cam bearings been misaligned the slightest, the cab would not have spun. That's my understanding. So far, I feel okay that we're going to be okay. So next stage, I'm going to split out into a few more videos, probably 4 videos. This will be the first. So we have the block with all the, you know, contaminants removed. We have the cam in there with the new cam bearings, and the actual aluminium block itself is hopefully okay with the hung cylinders and everything else. The next stage will be to install the main bearings, so the bearings that hold the crank, and then the big end bearings, which means I will have to you know, clean the pistons and refit the pistons, and by that point we'll have a fully rotating bottom end, hopefully. From that point I can refurbish the timing cover from the donor engine, which was the, again, it's a 3.9 Rover, so it's got the crank-driven oil pump, so I'll rebuild the oil gears, inspect the oil relief valve, which could have been the problem that my last engine died on, I don't know yet. Refit all that sort of stuff, and bang that on, and then probably the last video, so this will be the 4th video in the series, so on the first one now, this will be the 4th, will be to reinstall the intake and the carb, and I'll probably give it a go firing up on my engine stand. As sketchy as that might be, it beats the whole fitting it into the car to find out that it chews itself up after a couple of seconds. And we'll do a full kind of, I want to do, you know, a kind of full redneck engine stand dyno kind of thing, where I'm not testing horsepower, I'm testing reliability, so I'm making sure it doesn't overheat. Maybe I can hang the radiator from my garage roof. You know, I've got the temperature laser, and also I've got the oil pressure sensor, so I can kind of do this sort of strange Frankenstein, running a hat outside the body kind of thing, to make sure that you know, the engine runs okay. Probably at risk of me maiming myself, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. I've got a couple weeks now of travel with work, so I'm going to be out of touch for a bit, which I can't play with the car, but you know, fingers crossed that I can get back into it pretty quickly, and you guys are the first to know once I get the videos done and online. Again, winter's drawing in now in the UK, which means, you know, plenty of time I can spend in the garage working on the car. So again, thanks for watching, take care, bye.